Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today, my plan is to do the scavenger hunt book like choosing video. So basically we're going to work through 10 questions and then we're going to go through the books that match the question, and then when we come to the last question, that will be the book that I will read for this week. This challenge is originally by Riley Marie. I'll leave her down below so you guys can go check out her videos. So why don't we go ahead and start. So I put on my mini mic. Maybe you guys can hear me a little better when I'm literally across the room. So our first prompt is pick a book you gave 5 stars, then find another book you would recommend to people who liked that book. I'll pick a book that I gave 5 stars and then something to recommend y'all for something a little similar to that book. Right away, I do have Feather and Lark. I gave 5 stars, which is a part of the Butcher and Blackbird series. So that would work. And then I also have God of Fury, which I gave 5 stars from the Legacy of God series. So those would kind of go together. Okay, I kind of really want to go with God of Fury. This is my 5-star pick that I would recommend all of you to read, not just for this video, but in general. Basically, it's a male dark romance, and it's so cute. Like, to be fair, when you go into dark romance, you don't expect it to be like kind of cute, but like this is kind of cute. Like their love, like you could feel it. It's palpable, if you will. So let me find something else. There's obviously others in the series, something similar, which I guess another dark romance I did read and I would recommend is Lights Out. Basically, it's a dark romance. It's silly, it's funny, actually. The mailman character is hilarious, and if you listen to it on audio, so funny. Like, if you do want to read that book, I would recommend the audiobook. Next is count the number of letters in the title, then pick a random spot on your bookshelf and count to that number. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. So let's maybe go up here. That would work, right? Because we got a whole thing over here. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9th book was The 7-Year Slip. I have not read this book, but I really need to. Like, really need to. I've been meaning to get to it. Just, I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe a summer book, a spring book. So now is the time to read it. So let's go on to the third prompt. Look at what is on the cover. Find another book with the same elements on the cover. We have like people, birds, plants, and then obviously a yellow color. So maybe we could go with the plants. Do I have anything kind of with plants on it? I mean, there's like a ton with plants on it. Now that I'm realizing it, yeah. Okay, so Blood of Hercules. These plants are kind of like similar. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, okay. Let's go with Blood of Hercules for the next prompt. 4. Reverse the page number of your book and find another book with a page count closest to that number. So let's see. Okay, 5, 1, 2. So 215. Which would be probably closest to the Outsiders, if I'm going to be honest. Okay, 180. I feel like we could probably do better than that. I would check and mate. Oh, this is already in like 300. Okay, yeah, that's like at least 100 over what we need. Oh. Ricochet. Okay, y'all, this is the closest that I got. Ricochet with 286. So that's as close as we're definitely going to get. Next is list some of the tropes of your book. Find another book that shares one of these tropes. I know that there's addiction. Let's see, friends to lovers, I guess. Okay, let me look to to see what other tropes there are because I know I read this and I put it on my Instagram. So let me see. Anxiety representation, friends to lovers, addiction, first person, one POV, character development. Okay, so anxiety could work. Friends to lovers could also work. Let's go with anxiety because I know the perfect book that would go with anxiety. Okay, and the book I grabbed was Archer's Voice because I know that there is a bunch of anxiety representation in this book. Have I read it? No. Do I want to though? Very much so. Let's go to the next prompt. Find a book that has the same color combination to your book. Okay, so we got like teals, whites, dark greenish. So let's just, should we see if we could find anything here? Not really. But I have like a whole shelf that is basically that. I think we will go with Pucking Around because it's quite similar. Pretty good. So let's go ahead and look at the next prompt. Read the first sentence, pick any word in that sentence, and find a book with that word in the title or pictured on the cover. The first sentence is Rachel. Okay, let's go for like the first full sentence. I groan, not ready to open my eyes and face the truth. It is morning again. Eyes, maybe? Eyes, anyone? Okay, it's not looking great. Face. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go with like a face on the cover because I can't find anything with like eyes, open, face, truth, again, morning. Like I can't do like I don't know any of like I can't. And I think we're going to do Belladonna because this cover is beautiful. Like I don't really like people on the cover, but like this one, I'm like, okay, gorgeous, and then the actual like hardcover is gorgeous too. Like, isn't that insane? Like I am thoroughly impressed. So this will be our face on the cover. Turn to the acknowledgements and the first name you see, find a book written by an author with the same name. Okay, this one's gonna be very hard. This one's gonna be so very hard. First name I see, Pete. Okay, the first name is Pete. Okay, Pete. The likelihood of that is just not even, I know I don't have a Pete on here. I barely even have any books with like a male author. So like, the best you would probably get is Andy Weir because I don't have any authors that are male. Should we try to see if there's any more names because I kind of want to make this fair? Hallie? Okay. I know there is a book but like the character name in this one is Hallie. So like technically would that count? Probably not, but I don't have like Signa, that's the name of the character. Death is the name of the character. So the second name was Hallie that I saw. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick Daydream because the character name in this is Hallie. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So sorry if you know, were thinking I was gonna actually play this game the right way. Look at the cover and find a book that has a similar looking cover. Okay, this is quite easy because I honestly, I need to really look in like the illustrator of the cover of this because it's gorgeous. All of Hannah Grace, like all of her books have beautiful covers. So honestly, I think I may just go to my favorite in the series and just pick that because that would kind of make more sense, which is Wildfire because, oh my god, y'all, Russ Aurora. Russ is like my number one book boyfriend. honestly. He's so adorable. He's so cute. Y'all, I can't. If you haven't read this book, please read it. If you're into like romances, now this is supposed to be like, this whole series is like a hockey romance, but this one kind of takes more a cabin-y, like woods style, because they go to a cabin and then they're counselors for a cabin and they have to kind of work together, and then they had like a one-night stand like a month ago or something like that, and now they have to work together. So this is kind of more not sport romance based, but it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Sorry this is taking so long. I'm sure I even cut out some of the bits. So last prompt: add your birth month and day together, turn to that page number in your book, pick any word on that page and find a book with the word in the title. This is your final book. Okay, my birth month, which is May, which is 5, and then the day, which is 7, adding those two together, which makes 12. So let's go to that page. I really need to reread this book, honestly, because I forgot how good this is. Should we randomly pick a word? Hopefully it's not like terrible. Okay, let's pick this one. The and sake. I know that there is not sake in the title. let me do this again. Reputation. Go. Ain't no way. Like, what is this? What is this? Y'all, honestly, My Fault came up here, but I don't have that book, and I kind of want that book. Should I get it? I'm kind of tempted to, because I saw the movie My Fault London. Make anyone? Okay, you know what, guys? I saw Make Me, okay? And I've been wanting to read this book, so we're gonna do it. I can't find anything else, y'all. So let me show you where it is. You can probably see it, y'all. The jumps and hoops that all is low-key so insane. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is like an indie copy, right? Because like it's like that blank, you know, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So Make Me is basically Why Choose All Men kind of thing, and basically one is a cop and then the other two are kind of like serial killers kind of thing. They're like the good kind of serial killers. So I've been wanting to read this actually. Oh my god, there's like art and stuff. Wait, this is like gorgeous art. Like, isn't that gorgeous? Hello? Who is the illustrator for this too? Wow, okay. Okay guys, I think this is our pick. Hallelujah, it only took about like 20 minutes. So let's just get reading. Let's just get reading, guys. I can't. Okay, so I'm about 43% of the way through of Make Me, and my first initial thoughts were like a couple of the pages. We only got 2 of the main POVs, and they're very, very interesting. The first chapter starts out with Ronan, I believe. He is a serial killer, obviously, who offs bad guys. So honestly, kudos to him. But then we get Logan's POV, which he also does basically the same thing, and then he watches Ronan kill someone, obviously. So then Logan thinks that they're like in competition with each other. So then that kind of goes down. Basically, they kind of are then forced to stay together in one place because the cops are trying to figure out who is killing these guys. But that's basically all I know so far. I'm thinking that this is more of a character-based book because obviously the 3 of them have to get together. So it's more of a character-based book and not of a plot kind of book, which is fine with me. I honestly love character-based stories way more than I do like plot-heavy stories, unless it's a fantasy, obviously. But good with me. Good with me. I am liking it. I, as I said, don't know really anything about Dakota, the cop. So you know, we gotta get a couple more of his POVs to see what's going down. Ronan, you know, he's an interesting character, mostly because there's definitely he's a little quirky. You know, he's something else. So you kind of have to like adjust to their personalities and like what makes them tick. Looking forward to finishing this, to wrapping it up, seeing what happens character-wise, seeing what happens plot-wise, all of that. So let's get back to it. Okay, so I am back and I finished Make Me, and my thoughts were, I think this is gonna be a 4.25 rating. The character plotline of this, because let's be for real, there is not really any plot happening in this book. As I said, I believe that there is going to be more in the series, I believe, that would kind of carry the plot more, and I think there's one before this one that kind of creates the partnership and the characters. So yeah, this one is kind of just character based, which I honestly don't mind, because I love character based stories, probably more than plot filled ones. This is good with me, honestly. The only, like, there is a couple of things, as I said, there's not much plot happening. The writing is a little unique. I mean, I feel like there is some grammatical errors a little bit. However, I can overlook that kind of stuff because I obviously don't just read physical books that are published by actual publishing companies. I read like stuff on Wattpad, all of that stuff. So honestly, grammatical errors just don't stick in my mind that much. So honestly, I was fine with it. However, I know some people are really like sticklers for that kind of stuff. So this does have some grammatical errors, but the characters I really enjoyed. I like Ronan. There's some character development happening. Dakota, the cop, is, you know, he finds himself. He just kind of needs a little pushing to find out who he is and all that. And then Logan, I mean, he's just kind of like low-key, like he just kind of protects everyone. And then he has like a tragic backstory, kind of all of them do. Other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed it, like a lot. If this is indie published, they did a fantastic job, which it very well could be. The author did a wonderful job creating the story. I just think it could be edited a little bit more than how it was. There's a few things like off. So we did find out this is like a stuffed animal. His name is Buffalo. No, he's not a buffalo. He is a kind of cow. I forgot what kind. The long-haired ones. He's kind of like the comedian, like there's like a word for it. Comical relief. Like that kind of thing. So he's so funny. It's so funny. You'll find out if you do read this book. It's very funny. It's kind of like I know Assistant to the Villain has like the frog. I haven't read that book, but what I've heard, it's kind of the same with this buffalo stuffed animal kind of. So that was really funny. Well, I like actually did a full review on Fable. So if you want to check that out, go right ahead. Oh yes, make sure you read your trigger warnings. So the middle of the book was a little bit slow, but I feel that that's kind of necessary, because especially because there is no plot, the characters are being developed and kind of they're being shown to you who they are, a thing that happens. But it was honestly not that bad. Like, I was still really invested. Like, I finished this book within 2 days, I'm pretty sure. So that's clearly not an issue. Oh yes, and there is a cliffhanger, a little bit of a cliffhanger, which is kind of why I say that there is another book, at least another book in this interconnected series, because these are just character-based books, and I think there will be a plot-filled book soon. So I will be looking out for that, because that is extremely... Oh no! I just bent the cover. And then I said, all in all, Dakota is adorable, Logan is hubby, and Ronan is cray-cray, but we love him. So that basically sums up the personalities. 4.25 stars. I do recommend this if this is your kind of book. It is dark romance. There are a lot of triggers. It is all men. It's wide shoes. You know, if those kind of suit what you're into, I say go for it. Give it a try. And that will conclude the scavenger hunt video. So thank you very much for joining. Stick around if you want to see any more videos like this. Let me know if you do, because I have a few in mind that would kind of be a bit interesting. Check out all of my socials. They're all down below. Also, I have a Pango now, a Pango Books account. So if you would like some of these books on my shelf that I don't quite want anymore, go check that out. Yeah, also tell me if you like the intro and the outro, because I made them recently and I figured it would be kind of cool to have them. I don't know, just in case, because I know, especially for me, if I have videos that I want to watch and I want to watch playlists on YouTube, it goes straight into the next one, so then you kind of have time to pick which video you want to come next and such like that. Anyway, I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful, fantastic day.